Yes, thanks. Name is Vladimir Philip.
Oh,
Of
sorry.
Kado. Oh, start now or just wait?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You can go ahead and start.
Yes, my name is Vladimir Philip, founder of Kado. Kado is the future of learning and future of work. So last year I got a call from my little sister. She just was finishing school at Yale, and she wanted me to help her get a job. And I called a few friends I know in tech, and I helped her. Then she called back again, and I was like, "Hey, can you please say thank you?" She's like, "No, the job is not done yet." I was like, "Okay, tell us." And she asked me to help her friends too as well. I was like, "No, I cannot." And she said, well, my friends are gonna be mad at you because they might think that I didn't even call you. And I'm like, okay, I will. And then I call a few other friends again and I help them. Then I realized how long it really took me to help 6 kids. And I look at the kids that went to small schools that don't really have a dad or a mom in tech to really guide them in school and said, okay, we should take this and that classes and to better get a job. So, I built Kado to connect students to part-time tech jobs. Kado has been backed by Techstars, and we are really happy for that. So when really I was doing my research last year, then I came across an article from Conferry, and they released that in 2019, stating that from 2020 to 2030, there will be 85.2 million tech jobs. And we do not have that many people in tech jobs now. And in 7 years, there's like no way we can fill that much vacant. And if we can do that, we might have an $8.5 trillion loss in revenue. So when you look at the job market now, it's really a mess. There are senior people who have 5+ years of experience. They are leaving the job to find out the jobs that they feel like it's better for them. And you have other people that are getting fired. They are not doing well at work because of this situation now. And how can we get those kids to get used to this? The college students don't know how to find job. They don't know how to apply for a job, and they don't know how to network. So Kado connects students to Kado connect school to with businesses to provide part-time tech job to students. So Kado would administer every project for school. Kado would provide the project management tools to businesses, and Kado would students would find a better way to communicate with the school and the businesses that they are working for. So on Kado, a school can create an experiential learning and really engage the students in learning by paying them. And a business too as well can go on Kado and post a project, and we can help them find skilled students for projects that they need help with. And for students, they can begin work experience as early as a freshman. So for the internships, we have check and handshakes that each worth $1 billion plus, and ended by Glassdoor, and they really own the job market. And for freelance, we have Fiverr and Upwork. Kado is a unique mix of all of that, and we believe that can get to $1 billion plus. And the reason why, because the Gen Zs or the younger generations don't use those websites because they are not as fun or easy as TikTok. So it's really meant for them to use those things, right? And I don't want you to really look at this graph because it's messy. But this is what really happens on the back end of Kado when business post a job, and then we take the 5 keywords and we use machine learning to really match the skill set those students have to as well. So as soon as the students finish the course, and we take that skill set, and then we put it on the back end, and then for when we have a job that matches their skill set, and then we push it to the student. The time that they finish the course in college, we show them what job that they are really available for, and they can work on now. So the traction, so we have partnered with a few schools. The University of Utah, we've partnered with Stanford. Last spring, we were in Q1, we put out a test with the University of Utah when 123 students on capstone projects for 22 businesses, and they all gain a lot of experience, and they got a full-time job now. And in Q2, we signed up 253 businesses and 43 schools. And in Q3, we launched the beta, and we are partnering with great businesses like the NBA, and we are signing up 50 accounts every week. So in Q4, we hope to promote 2,000 internships for businesses. And when you look at them in now, there are 57,000 plus internships now available students can work on. And in Utah, there are only 2,000 internships available. So we will charge them 1/3 of what Glassdoor charge them, which is $100 a month to promote that internship. The team, so I founded Kado, and I work at the American Express in Qatar as a senior software engineer, and I brought on the CFO. Then he worked at Model Living, and he was a venture associate. And I brought on Mali as my co-founder too as well. He's the biz dev, and he worked at Morgan Stanley and Quip. I brought on Shi Yambola, and she is a senior product manager, and she worked at Pluralsight. And Zach is my co-founder too as well, and he spent 22 years at Crescent. So I have a great, well, I have 3 great advisors. Darren, he has been working on experiential learning since 2013 at the University of Utah, and I have David Blake. He is a 3-time EdTech founder, and Roy Banks has been a 5-time CEO, and he is the CEO of Weave now. So our roadmap, so for Q4 this year, we will onboard more school, we will onboard more businesses, and we will prepare to launch Kado to the public in Utah and Colorado, and we will promote the internships to have some great revenue. In Q1 2023, we will launch the project management tools for businesses and schools to manage their projects on Kado, and they will be able to really assign tasks to college students and to see what they're working on, and if they need more help, if they need more resources too as well. And we will have the Kado courses, so we partner with EdTech to really guide the courses and to provide that to college students that might need a little bit more help to land a high-paying tech job. And we will expand in other states too as well. Then in Q2 next year, we will raise a Series A, and we will go deep with the machine learning and AI, because it's the key for us to connect to match the jobs that we have on Kado and the skill set that those students have. And next year we will just go, well, in 2028, we'll have an exit IPO or a merger. I think, thank you so much. That is it. Sorry, I just had a call on my computer coming, so sorry.
Great. Well, great presentation.
Thank you so much.
Now we'd like to see if there's any questions in the room.
Can you put that back so I can-
Can you go back one slide, take a picture of your contact information?
It's coming.
So, okay, contact information.
Yes.
Thank you.
Questions? Think you have questions?
Yeah, can I have a job, please? I definitely have to contact you today.
Wonderful. Any additional questions in the room?
What,
Go ahead.
what do you need next?
Next is to connect with schools in Pensacola, because I haven't had a school there yet. So I would love to get the connections with those schools and to have some businesses that you think that would want to work with Kado too as well. And if you know any students too as well that would want to use Kado, and you can refer them to me. And if there is anyone here that would want to join Kado that early, I am open to talking to you.
Okay, a question?
Thank you.
Yeah, so for Q4, I think you mentioned launching in Utah and Colorado. So you're in the beta phase right now, is that correct?
Yes.
Have you accepted any revenue from those companies that are signed up yet? Are they paying you, or is this pre-revenue?
We have a letter of intent signed and stating that when the beta phase ends and so how much they will pay. So they will start in fall. They will start paying in fall.
Okay, great. And sorry, quick follow-up question. Have you had any issues with universities that are already using platforms where either they're not able or allowed, or they're locked into some type of contract where they're using Handshake, for example, and they can't switch platforms for a period of time, or can you do your platform and theirs with their agreements?
Yes, that has been a big issue, really, but we tend to crack that down. So the first school that we talked to, it took us a long time to really get into their heads, and we had to really explain Kado to them. But the Kado listeners, they are not the best place to go talk to. It's the teachers that want those experiential learning project in class. So they are the ones that need Kado, because they are using spreadsheet, then email, Slack to communicate with those students and those business partners. So yes, they use Handshake to have the business partners post a project or an internship, but the whole work is not being done on Handshake versus Kado. There's from a start to finish, you post the project, the students are working on those projects on Kado, you really upload everything about the project to on Kado, so everything stays on Kado.
Great. Kelly, you had a question?
Yeah, just a little bit curious. I saw your leadership team and your advisors. Do you have a dev team in-house, or how are you doing the development, and where is the product kind of in production?
Great, so I was the one that was doing all of the dev thing, design, coding, testing, and all. And I realized that I oversold Kado, so I wasn't able to like get the product out in time. So I just hired 3 full stack guys to really help me. But I still work on the design a little bit, and then I hired a PM too as well to really help with that.
Thank you. Jim, any online questions we have? Do you know?
Not yet. If you have a question online, let us know.
Okay. Patrick?
Thank you for the presentation. It was very interesting.
I've been marketed to cold call multiple times by a firm a little bit like yours in Canada
Yes.
called Ripen. Are you familiar with them? Their name wasn't on your Venn diagram. RIIPEN. And it is somewhat similar that they're looking to place students and with capstone projects and research with businesses. So you might just take a check on their website and see what they're doing as a matter of market research.
Yes, that's a great thing. But when you have a startup and you go check out our another startups too as well, and you are the one who code and design, and you really tend to take something from them, and that's not a good strategy at all. So if they are doing the similar thing, so we have to improve our platform and to provide a better value to students, and one thing I believe that they don't do is the skill graph, right? So let's say Facebook at the early days, they show you a social graph. So Kado comes with the skill graph, like we use the machine learning and to really study student skills and the jobs that are posting and to better match them with that.
Kelly?
You mentioned a Q2 Series A. How much are you looking to raise and what will that go towards?
$1 million. So the reason why we are raising that, because we have a lot of clients that want to partner with us and to really train the students on Kado. For instance, we have a startup called Sandbox EQ. So they are looking to with us to train students on quantum learning, and we haven't built that part of Kado yet. So we would need some funding and to really push that. So in Q2, we can be available to any business that want to use Kado.
Jim, I think you had a quick question? Or-
It's okay.
Okay, and then we'll probably cut off into the rest of it.
Yeah, quick question on strategy. So there's more value to the businesses when you get more universities on board and vice versa, more the universities when you have more businesses. So how are you marketing to both those different sectors?
Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, so for the businesses on their platform, there's more value as you get more universities and more students to sign up. And there's more value to the universities to implement your system when you have more businesses and employers on there. So how are you kind of targeting those two different angles so you can grow them hand in hand, I would assume?
Yes, you have to find a way to go all three at the same time, right? Because if you fail to care about one, then you might not go the social network. So we haven't spent any money yet to get a business. So I go talk to them, or I go to a business meeting, I go to a tech summit, and then I talk to businesses that are really interested, or I know some people that really know the founder of the business or the CEO of the business, the president of a school. So they just making introductions. But when we have a full team, we will have a team that reach out to school. We will have a sales team that reach out to businesses too as well, and to make sure that we have a good number of projects, we have a good number of students too as well.
Jim, I think we already asked a question about what can you do for the community, so we got that covered. Thank you again for the presentation. We'll go to that first.
Thank you so much.